need you to kind of wrap it up. We do have time for question and answer at the end of all the presentations. Those that are watching or even presenters, if you have questions about someone or something being presented, feel free to drop those questions in the chat below. Allison Belding will be keeping that on record and we can address those at the end of all the presentations. Hi, Allison. Thank you. All right, so we'll start off with our first presenter, who is Community Advantage RESCARE, Dylan Anderson and Shannon Otsby. I believe we both got you in there. Feel free to turn on your microphones and your cameras and let Kayla know when you're ready to go.
Shannon, are you ready?
I am here.
Thank you everyone for joining us today. Thank you to DP, Andrea, Kayla, and Allison for hosting and providing this. We are Community Advantage. We're also known as RESCARE nationwide. Here in Colorado, we've been providing residential services for 25 years. We recently had to right size with COVID and close our 2-day programs out of Longmont and Denver and focus just on our core business of residential care through host home, independent living in apartments, and family caregiving services. Family caregiver is one of my most favorite services there is. Next slide, please. So RESCARE really works towards empowering individuals and enhancing independence. We believe that all individuals believe to live their best life through the support provided in their own communities rather than being in facilities or being locked away. We believe in inclusion and personal choice, in building partnerships and delivering effective and powerful outcomes for the individuals we serve. We look mostly at providing the right care at the right time, especially when it comes to any rights modifications and supports that an individual may need. We work really closely with not only the family, the individual, but the entire team. We really like to bring around wraparound services that include day programs like Ability Specialist or High Point, as well as other agencies and behavioral services, bringing in the entire team into that situation. We have been providing residential services that we have providers that have been with us for close to 20 years, with individuals in our service for close to 21 years at this time. Next slide, please. The biggest thing that we like to aim towards is with our host home, individuals living in part of another home, but we also work for that transition. So we look for the family caregiver, someone that's just turning 18 will work in that transition for them moving from CES waiver or no waiver onto the DD into residential with a family caregiver. And if it's a good option, we'll look at transitioning them to a host home later on in life. From a host home, we'll look into supporting them in independent living. And that's usually if they're already in their own apartment and they have the services that provide for that. We provide that access to having a support staff and really providing that full 24/7 support that comes from a residential agency. Shannon, is there anything that I missed on that?
Nope, you were good, Dylan.
All right. You can reach out to us anytime. My number is 720-355-7920. And my email address is dylan.anderson, DYLAN.Anderson, ANDERSON @rescare.com. We do work with all levels of ability, and we also help provide rep payee services and work with individuals that have breaks in Medicaid, as well as waiver breaks. And then just for the visual, I'm a white male, always wear a hat, gray sweater, gray shirt with name badge, and a heart hanging around my neck with my son's ashes. Thank you all for having and joining us today.
Thank you, Dylan. And that was again with Community Advantage. I missed it. Shannon, are you getting a slide and presenting as well?
I'm sorry, what was that?
Are you presenting next or?
I am not.
Oh,
No.
okay. Sorry about that.
No, you're good.
All right. Well, thank you so much for your presentation. We do have all your contact information and any brochures or slides that are being presented right now online as well, where you can download those. So that way we can get you guys connected. Yeah. Next presenter is Continuum of Colorado, which is Leanne Kramer. So Dylan, if you don't mind turning your mic and video off, we'll go on for Leanne, and Leanne, let Kayla know when you're ready to go. Any questions coming in, feel free to drop those in the chat, and we'll make sure to circle back to those at the end of the presentations.
Great, thank you. Hello, everybody. My name is Leanne Kramer. I'm the Communications and Marketing Manager for Continuum of Colorado. 2 to 3 minutes is a short span of time, especially when I'm so excited about all the services that we're able to provide. But if you go to the next slide, I'll just share a little bit about who we are. So we are a nonprofit agency. We provide services to people with intellectual and/or developmental disabilities. And our main mission is to be a partner in choice and independence by collaborating with individuals and their families to provide high quality lifetime supports. So our main vision here is to really empower people to live a meaningful life. So next slide, please. And you can, if you want to pull them all up, that would be great. So I am slotted in the residential services field here to talk about residential services. But as you can see, we also provide several other services. So we do provide traditional host homes. We are one of the only agencies that still provide some group home assistance for individuals that need some higher level of care, whether it be high, really high medical needs that need that 24/7 care. We still do provide some of those services. We also support people in their own apartment settings, and then we as well provide support for people under our Family Caregiver program. In addition to our residential services, I'm just going to touch on these really quickly because, like I said, 2 to 3 minutes is kind of a short amount of time to talk about everything that we do. But we also do provide home and community support. So we offer mentorship, massage and movement therapies, supported community connection, respite, and more. And a lot of our caregivers through that program are family members as well. We do offer transportation services, although with the state of things right now, we have had to limit those services, as well as our day activities. So we have 2 sites, 2 locations that we offer day hab and community supported community connections through. And again, as most of you know, with the restrictions, we are not doing any on-site, but we are providing a lot of virtual day programming, doing some one-on-one supported community connections still if we can. And then we also offer employment services. So this month is actually National Disability Employment Awareness Month. And so we do have a really strong supported employment program as well. I don't know how we're doing for time, but if anybody has any questions about any of those specific services, please, by all means, reach out, ask questions. I believe, yeah, our phone number is there. And you can also find us at continuumcolo.org. And again, my name is Leanne Kramer.
Great, thank you, Leanne. Yeah, we know 2 to 3 minutes to cover so many different services for sure is a feat for any presentation. So we appreciate being mindful of time, and as well, just noting that yes, you guys do have a lot of services to share about. That's one reason we also have that online, so that way it is linked under your name. If you click on it on the agenda online, it'll go to your website. So we hopefully promote all of the presentation subjects that you folks talked about as well. But yes, we will circle back again with any questions. That was Continuum of Colorado. Next up is Developmental Disabilities Resource Center. Kelly Hellstrom will be the presenter. Kelly, whenever you're ready to turn on your camera and microphone, let Kayla know and she will start your slideshows.
I am ready to go. I'm not quite as cool as everybody in that I haven't mastered background, so you guys all get to check out my Led Zeppelin poster and think I'm cool that way. I'm Kelly Hellstrom. I work with Developmental Disabilities Resource Center, or DDRC, which is a nonprofit organization who have been providing supports and services to men, women, and children with intellectual and developmental disabilities and their families for over 55 years. And in those 55 years, we've built an organization that offers a wide range of high quality services focused on the interests, dreams, and skills of those we support. We're committed to the dignity of those we support, giving them a voice in their care, and we promise the opportunity of choice by
Sorry,
working.
Kelly, I don't want to interrupt you too much. I'm having a hard time hearing you. If you don't mind, just.
And you guys get a big old visual of my
Yeah.
Okay, so hopefully you guys were able to hear enough because I don't want to take up too much time from others. So again, I'm just going to pick up. We promised the opportunity of choice by working with you to choose the supports that are right for you and who supports you. Next slide, please. For residential services, we offer a wide range of choice in the models of supports we offer, including host home, residential supports in your own home or your family home, and family caregiver options. Again, our goal is to work with you to offer the supports that are right for you. So for example, are you looking for a host home? If so, we want to learn from you what your ideal host home is. Where's it located? Do you want housemates? Do you like pets? We want to learn about the characteristics of your ideal home so we can help match you with the over 40 host home providers we already have throughout the Denver metro area. What if host homes aren't a good option? We can also support you in your own home, your own apartment, your family home where outside staff can come in and support you. We have staff who will come in, you can pick those staff, and then they can support you in the supports that you want support in. And then of course, we also offer family caregiver, where you can have your own family member, your mom, your dad, your sister, brother, etc., provide those supports. We'll hire your family caregiver to provide the supports for you. We offer flexibility in everything that we provide. That's from host home to residential supports in your home to family caregiver. Next slide, please. We also offer a variety of wraparound services, which include an experienced team of program managers and nurses. We also have a benefits mentor who speaks what I call the foreign languages of Medicaid and Social Security, and they can support that. We have an approved ABA behavioral health provider. We have an employment services division who believe in employment first and employment for all. They do everything from job development to job coaching. We have a recreation department who is also presenting tomorrow in the 1 o'clock timeframe, so you can tune in to learn more about their supports. And then we offer day activities, which like others is focused on virtual activities at this time, but we really want to incorporate people into their community and offer that once it's safe to do so. So again, we welcome the opportunity to talk to you more about our residential and other options. And I'm Kelly Holstrom, and my contact information is on the slides. Thank you.
Awesome, thank you, Kelly. That was great. Okay, so we have here, see that went. Next up is Laridan. Kristen Frazier is ready to go. So Kristen, whenever you're ready, feel free to turn on, I forgot to turn on my camera. Feel free to turn on your camera as well as your microphone and let Kayla know when you're ready to start your slideshow.
What am I doing? Hi, I'm Kristen Frazier, and I'm here with Diane Ott. We're the placement department. We're here to talk about Laridan. We offer services pretty much from family, infant, toddler to a school. We have a day program, and we also have residential, which is what we're here to talk about today, our community living services. We offer host homes, and really our goal is to help individuals and family kind of navigate what they're looking for and being person-centered. So, you know, what part of town do you want to live in? Do you want a male or female provider, pets? We currently have 7 nurses who are host home providers because we have folks that are looking for that. We also have individuals who may be looking for an apartment type setting within a host home, and we do offer that as well. We offer medical care. We have a full nursing department. We offer behavioral services. We have a whole team of behaviorists and behavioral line staff that can help as well. And we really want to help families navigate this system, because that can be half the battle, is trying to figure out, even if it isn't Laredin, you know, what is the best fit for the family. And now I'm going to have Diane Ott kind of give you a little information on our family caregiver.
Hello, how are you? So with family caregivers, we have quite a few that we are working with. We have a bilingual program manager to help navigate people that are Spanish speaking. We also have a benefits specialist and a benefit team that can help with Social Security and all that type of thing. They help with Medicaid and Medicare. We like to look at thinking out of the box when it comes to family caregivers. So they are employees with us. We do provide benefits to them if they work a 32-hour week or bigger. And we feel that's the best way we can support the family. Can we have the next slide, please? These are some of the other services that we have. Our contact information is on the slides, Kristen's is. And if you would like to reach out to us, we would be happy to talk to you about family caregiver and host homes. Next slide, please. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Laredin. Appreciate you guys presenting. We do have all your contact information, slides, and linked to your website so people can see all the different programs that you folks do have. I know that a lot of you have a lot of different programs, and it is hard to pack it all in 2 minutes. We do appreciate that you are trying your best to show and share as much as you're able to.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah. So next up, we have Loving Life Host Homes, which is with Tara King. So Tara, if you're able to turn on your camera and your microphone, we'll let Kayla know and we'll get ready for you to present.
Okay, I'm on.
Tara, sorry. Wait.
That's okay. Hi, I'm Tara King. I am with Loving Life Host Homes, and I started this agency with Dolores Sangiuliano, who is a behavioral health nurse. So I was in education for almost 3 decades, and she has been a nurse doing home health care and behavioral health for longer than I've been in education. And we really started our agency because we wanted to help people and we wanted to do things differently. And as a home health nurse, she had been in and out of host homes and had seen how things were happening. So while we do have host homes and we have excellent host home providers, we have a standard that we really make sure that we keep with all of our clients and homes to make sure that they're really clean, that they're excellent, that our host home providers are not working outside of the home, that we don't put people in basements. And while we have host homes, we actually really focus on family caregivers. That's really our specialization. And we really like working with families, working with folks after they turn the age of 18, but also working with them during that transition from the CES waiver to the DD waiver. So we have families who contact us when their children are in that last year before they turn 18. And it's really important that we advocate for them both for DD waiver services, but also help advocate for people during the whole CIS assessment process so that accurate support levels are reached for folks. And then we also really help people during that DD waiver, age out and transition support. So those 3 years after they turn 18 through 21. We have 2 full-time nurses that are on staff. We have a part-time bilingual nurse, so we can work with Spanish speakers. Our nurses are available. They will attend doctor's appointments and really understand both the systems that we're working in and also medications and behaviors. We have a lot of high medical and behavioral needs clients, and we have providers who are really adept at working with both high medical needs and behavioral needs. And we do also, like someone else mentioned, have nurses who are also host home providers. We have supported apartments, so we can support people who would like to live more independently. And we also have one-on-one SCC services, so supported community connection services for our residential clients. And we have great SCC providers. So our contact information is on the screen, and please reach out to either myself or Dolores, and we would be happy to answer any questions that you have. Thank you. Thanks for your time.
Thank you, Tara. That's Tara again with Loving Life Host Homes. We will be having the next presentation for our residential session with Overture, and that is Jake Spencer, who will be coming on. Jake, whenever you're ready to turn your camera and microphone on, feel free to let Kayla know, and we'll get your slideshow going as well.
Perfect. Sounds good.
All right.
All right. Hello, everyone. My name is Jake Spencer. I work for Overture. I've worked there for about 4 years now. Started in direct support, so working in the day programs, and transitioned over to doing intake and helping people come on board with us about 3.5 years ago. And it's been awesome. I love working for Overture. We do a great job of making sure we put the person's choice first. I'd say that's definitely something I always like to emphasize, and it's not just choice, it's meaningful choice, and having meaningful choices in your life. There's a big difference between meaningful choices and just having choice in general. So we have residential services, day program services, behavior services, and currently right now we are doing some on-site day program services. We're keeping very limited numbers. We have multiple offices, so we're able to spread out and keep very small groups. So for some people, we are able to accommodate some in person, and then we're doing lots of virtual as well. We also have nurses on staff to help out with any kind of medication needs and supports, going to doctor's appointments, all those things that might be necessary. Another thing that we do for our residential services that's a little bit different is we do what we call host home day. It's not required, but we definitely suggest it for people. At the end of every month, we have a day where our host home providers come in. Obviously, it's something we're not doing right now, but we hope to get back to soon, where our host home providers can come in. It's a good opportunity to meet with their team members. Maybe they're working with our finance department for rep payee, or they're working with, to check in with their coordinator and make sure things are going well. If they have some things that maybe didn't come up throughout the month, as well as meet other host home providers. This can be a great chance to find respite providers, which can be very difficult to find, as everyone knows. So it can be a good time to create a community of providers so that everybody can help support each other and provide respite for each other. So we're really hoping to get back to that soon, because it's definitely something that we feel is really important to kind of the model of kind of how we do things. We're also able to currently do QMAP training virtually, which is helpful for bringing on board new providers, especially family caregivers who are going to need a bunch of the new trainings coming on board. So we can do QMAP virtually now. So I think at that point, every training can now be done virtually, which is very nice. And I definitely help a lot of family caregivers come in. Not to say we only do that. We do host homes, family caregivers, some independent settings, but family caregiver is definitely something that I personally have helped a lot with. Helped a lot of families transition from being just a parent who's been providing these supports forever to now you're a paid care provider. And there can be a big adjustment to some of the rules and regulations that maybe you have to kind of adjust what you're doing now. And we definitely can be there to support and help with that transition with the person and services, as well as the parents who are now making a huge adjustment to all the tracking and data and everything else that they're going to have to be doing going forward. And I don't think our information is on these slides, but you can reach me at 720-630-2683, as well as my email is jspencer@overturesvs. And yeah, thank you very much.
Great, thank you so much, Jake. That was, again, Overture. We do have all your contact information and your website linked on our online landing page that has the event agenda for today and tomorrow. So in case anyone wants to connect that way, they can download any slides that you have here and connect with your email as well.
Perfect.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Moving on to Pasco, we have Jennifer Martinez presenting. Jennifer, whenever you're ready, feel free to flag Kayla and let her know to start your slides.
Okay, thank you. Thank you very much for having us. This is an amazing opportunity. And so I also did not have the technological skills to put the Pasco background, so you'll have to bear with me there. If you could go to the next slide, please. I am Jennifer Martinez, and I am with PASCO, or Personal Assistance Services of Colorado. PASCO serves individuals through the spectrum of long-term care services and supports through individuals' care needs. We empower individuals to live their lives on their terms in their place of choice. We serve individuals with complex care needs and work diligently to provide the solutions to those hard to solve complexities. As we all know, Medicaid, navigating the Medicaid world, navigating services and supports and wraparound services. We have very educated and knowledgeable staff that do help provide those that education and those solutions. We've been providing services at PASCO for over 30 years. We partner very closely with case management agencies to ensure that individuals have full comprehensive care and partnerships. We think that's very important that we have those connections with case management agencies to ensure a very smooth process. We provide transition support and guidance and ample education through both professional and personal lived experience around the process of transitioning from either children's waiver, the CES waiver, or just a child to an adult waiver for the first time, whether that's SLS or the DD waiver. We have lots of trainings and support for the community and for you and for loved ones to ensure that you understand the process, and we start early so that you have ample time to understand what the transition entails for not only you and your family, but for services in general, for that education piece. We serve individuals with a wide range of abilities and disabilities. We offer both skilled home health services and unskilled family caregiver services and supports. We do pride ourselves with the family caregiver model, both on the skilled home health side and on the residential side of services. We hire and train family members, friends to provide care to loved ones through the family caregiver model. And our trainings are also virtual, and we meet people where they need to be to make sure that we're providing that all-inclusive training and support. PASCO staff are advocates to assist and educate families and individuals needing assistance, whether that's just some education or assistance through the entire process of getting on a waiver and to get services. Our founder, Barry Rosenberg, has not only been an educator, but an advocate within our community here in Colorado, in Denver, since the 1970s. We provide also weekly pay and $50,000 in life insurance to our employees, and health and dental benefit options. And so we definitely make sure that we take care of our employees. They are employees as individuals come on to provide care to support our loved ones and the community. We provide supported community connections, community connector, respite, obviously residential services, and I mentioned home health and IHSS services as well. And if you could go to the next slide, please. Our contact information is down on the last slide on the right-hand corner. I can also give you my direct phone number. That is 303-274-3653. And my email is jennifer.martinez@pascohh.com. And again, the main contact information is there on the right-hand slide at the bottom of the slide. Thank you very much.
Great, thanks, Jen from Pasco. Again, all your contact information is on our landing page in case you didn't catch it, or you want to download any of those slides or brochures. You can find that information there. All right, so the last presentation that we do have today for residential session is Jody Walters, and she is from Parker Personal Care Homes. Jody, whenever you're ready, feel free to turn on your camera and your microphone and let Kayla know. All right.
I am on, and feel free to advance to the next slide.
All right.
So thank you very much for this opportunity. And I also just really wanted to give a shout out to Developmental Pathways. The staff there have been tremendously helpful in putting together, I think, this pretty innovative way for us to be able to all talk to you about what our services look like. I wanted to start off by kind of giving an overview of everything that PPCH does before I get into talking specifically about residential. I also want to point out that we have an office in Developmental Pathways catchment area right off of 225 and Iliff. And so we are definitely convenient and in your backyard, and are very accustomed to providing services already in City and County of Aurora, Arapahoe, and Douglas counties. So we are definitely skilled with that. And everything on here that shows an asterisk is the services that we already provide and are skilled at providing in your catchment area. So we do foster care, we do CES, we work with the CHIRP waiver. We have a really, really robust vocational program where we're partnering with local departments of voc rehab. We do customized employment, we do job coaching, lots of skill development, lots of really fantastic outcomes that we have had through there. We have a really broad and therapy and behavioral department that has a wide range of skills and expertise. We have a licensed psychologist on board. We work with lots of LCSWs, SOMB providers. We have addiction counseling. We work with supported living. We've got mentorship. We do all of the respite and whatnot. Next slide, please. So as far as our residential services, we do pretty much everything that most of the other fine panelists have talked about today. We have a robust family caregiver program. I think some of the things that set us apart as an organization is we have a really robust nursing team that is on call 24/7. To be able to assist in any medical needs, and they do a lot of care coordination and just making sure that medical needs and behavioral health needs are getting met to the fullest extent possible. Our family caregivers are independent contractors instead of employees. So I know there's two different models and kind of how Colorado is providing those services, and we do utilize our family caregivers as independent contractors. And we felt that was a better match for the 24-hour reimbursement of services that are being provided. We as well have set ourselves up really well for such things as a pandemic. We have online training We are reimbursing our family caregivers on a direct deposit. So that works really well. Our documentation system is all online as well. So we're really able to provide some robust supports, both virtually and in person. We are still providing on-site monitoring. We believe that's really important, but our nursing department has given everybody that we support and our employees really clear guidelines on what that looks like in order to keep everybody safe. We really believe that family knows best. We follow family lead, and we develop our supports around what family members believe is the best for their loved one. Next slide, please. Our host home program, Parker as well has been in business for 25 years and as well has had providers, independent contractors who have been working with us for that entire time. We have individuals who have been in placement for over 20 years as well. And so we have a lot of really robust long-term relationships, but we have also become really fantastic experts at focusing on that matching process and really digging into what is important to and for the individual, for yourself, as far as what you are looking for in a match, where you want to live, the neighborhood, what kind of activities you like to do, what things irritate you, what things you love to do, how you want to fulfill your time. Those are all things that we know that are important, and we really focus on that match. We have found that the quality of the host home is really based on how much attention is focused on this match. We do a lot of care coordination up front and ongoing with our nurses. We have 24-hour call supports, not just on our residential side, but also with our nursing team. And we really focus our services on what the individual goals are. Next slide, please. Our independent living program, we support individuals where they want to live, in the apartments that they want to live. We've become experts at utilizing housing vouchers and getting individuals connected with that. Through our thorough understanding of that, 90% of the individuals that we support in our independent living program have housing vouchers as well, which just enables them to live more in the settings that they would really like to live in. We have staff that support with grocery shopping, housekeeping, cooking, laundry, and then of course meeting goals. And we can support individuals in apartments really wherever they want to live. Next slide, please.
That is the last
That was my last slide. Okay, perfect. That's awesome. I'm sorry about that. I thought I had one more. So yeah, thank you very much for your time. And if you have any questions, I think we're going into the question period.
That is correct. Thank you, Jody. And Kayla, thanks for chiming in to let us know where we're at with the slides. All the panelists, you're welcome to turn your cameras back on. Allison, if you don't mind dropping that link in, if you're attending a session, please submit your contact information and we'll put you in our drawing. Every session you attend, you get another submission, so that's kind of fun. I saw a hand raised by Alyssa, and I did chat with you to say you can drop your question in the chat. I know that all attendees, your cameras are off and your microphones are off, but we will definitely want to answer your questions. Without further ado, Allison, you're there. Okay, take it away.
All right, so we don't have any specific questions, but I wanted to offer this at a time if anybody on the panelists wanted to add anything additional to their presentations or have anything they would want to talk about.
I'd love to just additionally say, I forgot to say, please check out our website. We have a lot of cool videos that really go into some more detail about the services that we provide on our website. Some testimonials and some real look into what host homes look like, what our matching process looks like, and kind of an overview of supports and services in a video format also on our website. So that's a really great way to kind of learn a little bit more about Parker and our really fantastic team. Thank you.
Dylan here at Community Advantage. Two other things that I would love to add is we all talked about documenting services and supports. We use a national label called TheraP for our tracking. So when our family caregivers or individuals in a host home, we also are able to set up oversight accounts so that parents could check in on family members and stuff like that. So everyone, the whole team can sort of overview what's going in at any time. And one of the things that we really try to strive for in our provider pool and growing is, we pay 75% of the daily rate to our providers and to our family caregivers as well. And like Parker, we also label them as independent contractors due to the protections given to an independent contractor in the 24/7 services being tax-free.
All right, anybody else? Okay, if not, go ahead, Jay. I think that can conclude the Q&A.
All right, thank you so much, everybody, for joining us. That was one of our longest sessions for our first day. I believe there's 8 presentations. You guys did great. If you feel like joining us for the next session, we are talking about community services, general resources. That starts at 4:45. Feel free to either click on out of here and come back in as an attendee or hang around while we're doing that. Some people are clicking in right now for the next presentation. Give us a second and I'll get you over to our panelists. Unless there's any other little notes that people want to talk about as far as panelists go, we'll go ahead and say thank you. Jody, I know that you did send in a link for your video, and that is also online. So if you go into the online agenda, we have a little link there, so you can just click on that as well. And everyone's presentations and brochures and websites are as well linked on that. Thank you so much, and we will see you all in about 15 minutes.
Thank you.
Thank you as well.